Wrong doctrines of the Trinity. The main question for the Church to answer about God is that of the relationship between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. According to Orthodox tradition, there are a number of wrong doctrines which must be rejected. One wrong doctrine is that the Father alone is God and that the Son and the Holy Spirit are creatures, made from nothing, like angels, men and the world. The Church answers that the Son and the Holy Spirit are not creatures, but are uncreated and divine with the Father, and they act with the Father in the divine act of creation of all that exists. Another wrong doctrine is that God in himself is one God who merely appears in different forms to the world, now as the Father, then as the Son, and still again as the Holy Spirit. The Church answers once more that the Son and Word is, in the beginning with God, John chapter 1 verse 12, as is the Holy Spirit, and that the three are eternally distinct. The Son is of God, and the Spirit is of God. The Son and the Spirit are not merely aspects of God, without, so to speak, a life and existence of their own. How strange it would be to imagine, for example, that when the Son becomes man and prays to his Father and acts in obedience to him, it is all an illusion with no reality in fact, a sort of divine presentation played before the world with no reason or truth for it at all. A third wrong doctrine is that God is one, and that the Son and the Spirit are merely names for relations which God has with himself. Thus, the thought and speech of God is called the Son, while the life and action of God is called the Spirit, but in fact, in genuine actuality, there are no such realities in themselves as the Son of God and the Spirit of God. Both are just metaphors for mere aspects of God. Again, however, in such a doctrine the Son and the Spirit have no existence and no life of their own. They are not real, but are mere illusions. Still another wrong doctrine is that the Father is one God, the Son is another God, and the Holy Spirit still another God. There cannot be three gods, says the Church, and certainly not gods who are created or made. Still less can there be three gods, of whom the Father is higher and the others lower. For there to be more than one God, or degrees of divinity, are both contradictions which cannot be defended, either by divine revelation or by logical thinking. Thus, the Church teaches that while there is only one God, yet there are three who are God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, perfectly united and never divided yet not merged into one with no proper distinction. How then does the Church defend its doctrine that God is both one and yet three?
If you enjoyed this talk, consider subscribing to this channel and click on the notification bell, then you will know when new content is added to this playlist. Thank you for listening, and have a blessed day.